Andris, hello to you. Hope I didn't mispronounce your name too badly. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Hey, Rokas. Hey, my name is Andris, and I'm from Latvia. Have joined Real World 3 months ago, and I have my own metal construction company.
Okay. Construction company. And you say from Latvia. I think you're the first person I've interviewed who's from Latvia. So, on that note, what actually brought you to the real world? Why did you decide to join it?
So I have struggling for 6 years to get my company growing, and in winter we don't have any jobs to do. So I find out about the real world, and I said to myself, okay, I will try it. 50 euros a month. What can I lose? So, and I choose the business mastery campus with Professor Arno, and I'm telling you, he's the best. You know, I have picked up so many tips from him, and I use it in my business. And I already got three contracts signed in these 2 months.
Which means what? Free contracts. How much were they for?
Uh, Last week, I think it was 10K for one contract, and the last one was for 3.5, and I think the third one was some 4.5. Can't remember now, but it's new contracts coming up. So I think next week I will get new contracts because the new clients it's coming.
Mhm. And how does that differ then? These free contracts that you've gotten, how comes you weren't getting them before you joined the real world?
I was afraid to call the clients because I make some few calls and they said no, we're not interested in that. So I started to believe it's impossible to get some contract or sales. But when I joined the real world, I figured out that almost everybody is failing at the beginning. So I use the knowledge I get there and get the job done.
Okay. And what do you remember from the Business Mastery Campus, the lessons that you implemented, and which ones actually were most insightful to you and helped you the most?
I think business in the box because Arno is sharing how he's starting the business. So it's very important to get this information from him. And make calls, make DMs, make emails, go to meetings. That's
Hmm.
that's the secret.
Hmm. And in those lessons, did it help you to know how to conduct yourself during those calls and meetings?
Yes, of course. My voice was shaking when I was calling the clients. I was nervous. I was sweating, and I make some video calls. I think 30, 40 seconds long. It was one of the Arno's homework. You know, we just call a client, 30 seconds, record it, then repeat it, watch the video, repeat it, watch it, and
Hmm.
I grind my skill. I I think I'm getting better like every day. So it's just make some calls.
Yeah, that reminds me. It's very similar to what Andrew says about speaking, because some people, well, a lot of people have been speaking longer than Andrew has. But why is he better at communicating than them? Is because he analyzes every time he goes on a podcast or interview or anything. He always analyzes it maybe 3 times over to see what he could have improved, what he could have done better. So it's the exact same case for you as well. You go and analyze every single call you do, and it's inevitable that you'll improve and build the skill set.
Of course.
So, okay. And how has your average day changed since joining the real world? How different is it now compared to before?
Uh, I was a little bit mess. So I didn't train for I think 4 or 5 years, And when I joined the real world, I said I will do it every day. So every morning I get up like hour like before I did. So waking up, drink some water, drink some coffee, and then I train about 45 minutes. Get my body in shape, get my mind in shape, get this hype in the morning. Then I take some cold shower, coffee again, and then I go to work.
Mhm. Good. I'd like to know, since you said you were a mess before, so when you first joined the real world, month by month, as much as you remember, how you progressed as a person, the lessons you implemented, the clients you landed, at what point, at how long into having joined did all of those things happen? Did that make sense?
I think few 3 weeks I was just going through the campus. I was watching all the lives. I was asking live questions, and I would say prepare myself for it. And when I finished Business Mastery Campus, I think 3.5 or 4 weeks, then I joined the next campus, e-commerce, and I listened to them. I take something out from them and put it in my commercials, and then how to say I was from the all information I was giving, I was like listening all the time. What can I do to increase my sales? What can I get from him? And this is it, just listening, analyzing, like you said, and making best of it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, considering the experience you've had with the real world, what do you say to people who call it a scam?
You know, uh, maybe everything is a scam. We don't know it. You need to try it because few of my friends they were talking about the real world. They was like, "Oh, uh, you will not get anything from it." I said, "But I will try. It's $50." So I said, "Okay, I will not listen to you." And I was like, 2 or 3 weeks. That's the most interesting for me. The all new information, and then understand I need to grind it. I need to
Mm-hmm.
grind my skills. So work, train, and do it every day. Just repeat it.
All right. Very solid. What were your plans before you joined the real world? Like, what did you have in mind for the future, and how has that changed since?
Mm. I was working, I think 2 or 3 jobs, and I was a police officer for 11 years and
Wow.
security and all that, but it didn't get me any money. I was in a special unit in police. I have this green beret, but 11 years, I think it's wasted. And then I think, no, I want to start my own business. And I was struggling a lot. I was, it was years and years of struggle, and then I find Justin Waller on internet. So I start to follow him, and he have like similar problems. He share his knowledge, and I follow up this guy, and actually he is the reason when I joined the real world
Mm-hmm.
because he had a metal construction company too, and he's a millionaire, and I'm not yet. So wanna learn from that guy, and information is invaluable.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it just shows you had the mental fortitude to do something like this. Because if you've been in a special unit in the police force, or I don't know if it was army or what the situation was, but in order to get into a unit like that, you need to have very strong mental fortitude. And it's similar in business. If you want to achieve something, the only person that will stop you is yourself. So if you have the mentality right and you have the guidance, then it's inevitable that you'll succeed. But you just didn't have the guidance at the time. And now that's what the real world has given you. And you're seeing the results from it with the free contracts you've gotten so far. And I'm sure you'll just be crushing it and getting a load more in future. But yeah, that's the thing about, I guess, current world, the situation in the world today, that men just don't have guidance, even at your age. I know you haven't revealed. I don't know if you want to reveal how old you are,
I'm
but for
36
something
now.
like business, pardon?
I'm 36 now.
Wow. So yeah, 36 and didn't have guidance for how to actually set up a business and how to run it properly. It's something you only found through the real world, which is a shame that that's the case, like the current situation with the world.
Oh
But
man,
yeah.
if I knew this information when I was, I don't know, 20.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think the most biggest mistake was that I was not believing in myself. All the people around me like, oh, you will start a business, all these problems. So there was time when they get in my head and I will start to doubt myself. Is this really what I need to do? Getting up every morning, not seeing the results. There was months when I didn't get paid. Uh, I didn't get any orders for my construction business, so I take some side jobs. I work on the nights, sleep for I don't know 2 3 hours, get up again, work, grind, send emails, call. And when I join the real world, it's like I know that 100%. I know that I need to do it. It's just how, and all the tips, all this information, and number one is discipline. Without discipline, you're nothing.
Hmm. Very solid answer, yeah. And since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading then in the short term, medium term, and long term?
Uh, I'm starting to see things like two of my friends that already have joined the real world too after me because I share this knowledge and information that it's valuable, and I hope they will invite another friends too. So I'm thinking how my company will grow, and it's no doubt I'm gonna be very wealthy man. So it's just work every day, man. It's stay too hard on it. You just try some month or two, but when it's years, you need to stay motivated all the time. And the real world, their motivation is out of this world, man.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right. You finally found people who are like minded. Because as you were saying, people around you in real life were not supporting your decision to start a business. But in the real world, it's what you're surrounded by, everyone trying to start their own thing and maybe at first failing, but eventually succeeding if they don't give up. So, yeah,
Yeah, of
solid.
course.
And let's see. How many years did you say you were doing it before you joined the real world?
My business,
Yeah,
6 years.
6 years. Crazy. And in that time, roughly how much did you end up earning? Just wondering. If, again, you couldn't reveal.
Like total or
Yeah, roughly
monthly
total.
income?
Just for comparison, in these past few months now, what you've earned, how different is it from before?
Uh, like I mentioned, I get this few contracts now in winter, but last years we get job only like summer, like 7 8 months maybe, and some 15K in month maybe in the summer. It's a good month, 15K, and now I'm making almost that money in winter, so I'm happy,
Mhm.
and it's
Right.
I know it only start because I'm making this money only in my country, and when I will get some orders from another countries, I think it's gonna be the key.
All right. And yeah, as you say, if this is already happening in winter, I'm looking forward to hear your progress for summer as well, once things are even more in demand. That would be interesting. But yeah, super great to hear how well everything's going for you. And I look forward to doing a follow up with you 4 5 months down the line, maybe right after summer, just to see how you're doing. to document your progress and have a have something to look back on in future. Because this is basically you showing your starting point, and then as we continue doing follow-ups, it'll show just how much you're progressing, and it's something you can look back on in future once you're a millionaire and see, this is where it all began. So that would be cool. And yeah, for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
Yeah, they can follow up in our website, Metal and Wood Constructions, and Instagram, Facebook, Andris Cherkasovs or Metal Wood Constructions.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow me up.
Okay, so we'll add those to the description of the video for anyone interested to check that. And yeah, Andris, thank you for your time, and I look forward to the next one.
Thank you for having me, Rokas.